$700 million is going toward a project to add lanes on 2 sections of I-35. Those sections are on the north and south sides of Austin, but not downtown.
First, here's a look at the North Austin section of Interstate 35 that will receive the additional lanes. It stretches from US 290 east near Koenig Lane up to State Highway 45 in Round Rock. 1 lane will be added in each direction. Now to the other section on the south end of Austin, from Ben White Boulevard down south to Highway 45 near Buda. There will be 2 additional lanes in each direction there. TxDOT says the added lanes will be toll lanes.
And as we take a live look at the traffic flow in that section of I-35, TxDOT says that the additional lanes will be what they call managed lanes. So for example, they could be carpool lanes, they could be transit only lanes, or even just no truck lanes. TxDOT hasn't made a final decision on the type of managed lane that it'll be. What it has decided, though, is that none of the lanes will be toll lanes.
Now back to the section of I-35 through downtown Austin. TxDOT says it's an issue of money as always. Spokesperson Diane Hodges telling us that when it does happen, it will be disruptive, and that working on the north and south sections first will give drivers an option. Meanwhile, State Senator Kirk Watson of Austin says he does not want to wait too long.
What we don't want to do is fund the north and south part and just make it where people get to the bottleneck faster. The state simply has to find the money and quit playing around with this. This is a key project for the entire state of Texas. We know we need to have the money to do it right, so they need to come up with the money.
Construction on the north and south sections begins in 2022 and is expected to last 3 to 4 years. And for more, we're joined now by our Phil Prazen. How was this decision made, Phil?
So the regulating body of TxDOT, the Texas Department of Transportation, is the Texas Transportation Commission. It's a group of people appointed by Governor Abbott. They voted on what's called the UTP, or the Unified Transportation Plan. So that is the decade by decade plan for the state of Texas about what major projects will be done and what major projects won't be done. There is this huge plan of overhauling I-35 through downtown Austin. If it's not on the UTP, it looks like it's not going to happen, at least for the time now, over the next decade.
And so if it's not in the UTP, I mean, that's going to fly in the face of everything we've been talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we've heard plans that call for taking I-35 underground and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, no, and the big crux of it is money, right? Like always. And the pots of money in local, like the regional Central Texas area, from the city of Austin, from the regional mobility authorities, from the Travis County, from those pots of money, when you add them together, they're just not big enough to do a plan like this. Now, the state of Texas does get money from sales taxes, from vehicle sales taxes. That new money is expected to be from $5 to $8 billion a year. But this downtown I-35 plan is supposed to be $5 to $8 billion by itself. So they're not just going to dump all their money every year at this one project when they have a state of 28 million people that need road projects as well. And the big crux on this is, let's see, 2 years ago, Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, probably the 2 most important leaders in the state, say that none of this money is going to go to projects with toll lanes. And so, listen, if it's not coming from the city, it's not coming from the state, there's not a bipartisan agreement in D.C. on infrastructure like many people thought there was going to be. So there's just no money, and we don't want to do toll lanes. So we're just going to have to sit, at least through downtown Austin, in traffic as they do this piecemeal way, building stuff when they have the money to do it.
Some things never change. Phil, thanks.